This is the Adventist Hour.
Welcome to the Adventist Hour. This is a television that brings hope to the hopeless, health for the body, and healing for the mind. The Hope, Health, and Healing International Ministries is a supporting ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Our goal is to make Jesus Christ known, loved, believed by everyone through a holistic outreach program to the whole person, spiritually, physically, and mentally. It is our plan to build a center of hope for the community. This facility we intend to build, or we are preparing to build, will be a modern worship and multi-purpose center in the capital city of Abia State in Nigeria. The center will provide training for lay Bible workers, training in lay Christian leadership and management, training in evangelism and church planting, as well as vocational training for many of the youth in the area. The Hope Center will be a place where we will seek to meet the needs of families, such as after-school programs and activities, homework assistance programs, and healthy cooking lessons, and health education and promotion, Bible studies, training, seminars, recreational activities, and as many other needs as may be possible. It is our hope that through the ministry of the Hope Center, that people who come in contact with us will love Jesus Christ, will obey Him, and we will seek to incorporate them into the church. Two Nigerian conferences have accepted Hope's vision and our programs, and they have asked us to come and help them in their territories. Pastor Hakeem Smith of the Northwest Nigeria Conference just has informed us that the conference executive committee has voted to work with us, for his administration to work with us in seeking possible help in planting our ministry there. Also, the East Central Conference, where Pastor O.C. Anyogu is the president, he and his administration have expressed their support for our vision and our plan. In fact, we've met with them. They've given us a land. They've offered us a land to build and establish this ministry within their conference.
Sponsors of these programs that we are discussing, we are happy for the ones you have done, and we are grateful for all that you are doing. We are praying you at this time to please help us to continue to be supportive in all these programs, so that this program will continue in East Central Conference of Seventh-day Adventist Church in Nigeria, to have more people trained. Your efforts will never be in vain. Even if we don't repay you quantitatively, we pray and hope that the Lord, who can pay us in His own way, will reward you accordingly. Please continue to be supportive in this program, and the Lord will never fail to reward you accordingly.
In addition to that, even the local government, the local state government, has invited us, offered 5 acres of land for us to build this center. But we need your help. We need the support that we can get. And they are willing to expand more land for us in the capital city. So they are offering to give us extra land if we would open up a hospital or clinic. So we need your support. Dr. O.K. Ojoro, the chief transplant surgeon for liver and kidney transplant in Loma Linda University Medical Center, was born in Nigeria, and he has this to say about the present condition in Nigeria.
I had the opportunity to revisit Nigeria several years ago, in the last 5 years. unfortunately, you would imagine that there should be progress over time, but in reality, it's the opposite. Young people, young children, they have essentially no recourse should they become ill. What would they do? And the conditions, living conditions, it's amazing how anybody can survive under those circumstances. So, when I see this as an opportunity, I see this as an opportunity to create a center with multi-purpose vision of bringing hope, health, and healing through holistic education, Christian-centered education, living, a Christian-centered lifestyle, and bringing the knowledge about Jesus Christ, His love and His sacrifice for us.
And I also came to know the ministry work that Pastor Wasu does in Nigeria through the Hope, Health and Healing International Ministries. I was very impressed with all the work that he was doing through the Hope, Health and Healing International Ministries with television and radio broadcast, doing evangelism work and also health ministry work. And I was very privileged last month to sponsor a evangelistic meeting in Nigeria whereby Pastor Wasu and Pastor Andy Skeet, they went and they held a 3-week-long evangelistic meeting in Nigeria. This was a very powerful evangelistic meeting, and there was a large number of people who were touched, and there were revival and strengthening of many people's faith, and there were many people who came to know Jesus for the first time, and there were many baptisms.
And among the people baptized was a man named Chris. Chris is a principal radio and television anchorman who was assigned to interview us on arrival. So after some conversations with him, Chris became so excited with our message that on his first Sabbath to visit us, he took a camera and went around the compound and began to ask people about our messages. Here's what Chris found out.
And the Hope, Health and Healing International Ministries Incorporated have touched so many lives. It has touched mine, it has touched my family, it has changed a lot about my spiritual life and my belief and my spiritual focus in life. And I do know for the few days Pastor Roland Mosu and Evangelist Kit Randy have ministered to the students, especially to the Adventist students here in the campus. A lot of lives must have been touched. A lot of things have changed in their life. And it's my pleasure to bring to you some of the students who have benefited from HHHtv International Incorporated.
They address both the physical and spiritual, just as Jesus did when he was here on earth.
Can you compare that with what we have going on in the country in terms of church, that?
Sometimes what we see today, the craze for money and not really addressing the spiritual needs of people. But in this case, we are really out to give out the real substance of addressing the issues that pertains to both spiritual and physical aspect of living, so that people will really benefit, enjoy life here on earth, and then prepare for eternity.
I have an advice. First, I want to thank them for bringing this wonderful Hope Earth ministry in Nigeria. And I pray that as they are over there, they should also sponsor us and bring certain things to us so that we can be able to reach out to people.
I think some students here, most of them don't have a Bible of their own. And even if they do, it's just the smaller Bible, the New Testament of it. And they need a full Bible so as to study. for them to be equipped for the second coming of Christ?
I want to really say a big thank you, because what's Hope Health and Healing International Ministry, one great thing they've succeeded in achieving for us students, they achieved it for us the students, that one, it has made us to be united, just like it was there in the upper room, and it has also made us to know that we really have something. It's like opening our eyes that we have a job to do in life. And also it has made us that we're form of voiceless on campus to have a voice now. People now want to identify with us. People now want to identify with the truth. People now want to appreciate the truth. People now want to even feel the truth. That is one great thing, and I thank God for them. And I say that God continue to strengthen the ministry, and God continue to make it grow larger and touch all lives, so that Jesus will surely come.
You have heard it straight from the heart. Those who have benefited, those who have interacted, those who have been touched, those who have been affected by the programs of Hope Health and Healing Ministries International Incorporated here in Abia State is just a cross-section of people who have been touched by the great work Pastor Roland Mosu and Evangelist Kate Randy came to do here in Umuahia. A whole lot of others who want to come on camera, but for time's sake, we cannot be able to carry it. But the truth is, we are all grateful to all those who made contributions, those who supported, those who sponsored this program to make it come to us. And we are dreaming that by the grace of God, the headquarters will be built here in Umuahia, capital of Abia State, so we will have all the time interacting with them, all the time joining in the crusade, all the time walking in the vineyard of God, touching and changing lives and bringing hope to those who are hopeless, healing to those who are sick, life to those who are almost dying. We have a lot of work to do in the name of God, and we believe you are going to support us, and you are not going to back out having given us this juice. You will continue to bring it, and we will be grateful to God, and God will bless you. Thank you very much.
And it's a pleasure to welcome you and to talk with you a little bit about a project that I believe in very, very much. The music department here, the choral department at Loma Linda Academy, is so committed to this project with Pastor Roland Wosu that every year we dedicate one whole concert to helping the project in Nigeria. And we put on a concert featuring both of the Academy choral groups. And that concert, all the proceeds from that concert goes to that project in Nigeria. So you can see we are fully behind it. I love African music. I love the African people. I hope one day to travel down there and maybe conduct a clinic down there and do some teaching and some singing and some working and some witnessing and just sharing about how good God great is. And I would invite you to do the exact same thing. There are many things you can do to help. You can volunteer to go down there and work at the project. You can also volunteer to give your funds, and that is always greatly appreciated. And you might want to go down there and do some actual work, or help maybe do some volunteer work or instructional work, or just share the project with people who you know are interested in doing ministry outreach. But there are other ways that you can contribute too. One I can think of right off the top of my head is the fact that maybe you have at your house an old trumpet or a trombone or a clarinet or a flute or a piano or an organ that is just sitting there collecting dust and not being used to praise the Lord in music. You can donate that to this project in Nigeria, and they're going to develop a music room down there to teach these kids music ministry and the gift of singing and the gift of music. So there are ways you can contribute without just by donating something that can be used by that organization. So before I go, I'd like to give you some information. You can contact me if you'd like to donate something of the musical aspects. You can contact me here at Loma Linda Academy. The phone number here is area code 909-796-0161, and my extension is 3697. You also can contact the hopehealthandhealing.org. The organization, hopehealthandhealing.org, at their website to let them know if you'd like to contribute, or you can contact Pastor Roland Wosu. He would be glad to help you too. The number is going to be listed on the screen here, so write it down. We would love to keep this project going and get something going in Nigeria that the people can really find out that the Lord loves and cares for them and carry this message out to the world. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
The Abia State government also offered us more acres of land to build our center. And they are even willing to offer us more if we are willing to build a clinic for the community. So we are thankful to the Lord for all the support we have received so far. Dr. O.K. Ojo, the chief transplant surgeon here in Loma Linda University, was born in Nigeria, and he has this to say about the present condition in Nigeria. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your prayers. May the Lord bless you as you take care of His business, as you support this program, as you support the Hope, Health, and Healing Ministries. Thank you very much, and God bless.